Hey there everyone, this is Tork from Subject Neutral, and today I'm doing a bit of a showcase of space engineers. And for those of you who don't know, space engineers is essentially Minecraft, but in space. So I built a ship here, and if you can see it in the right hand side of the screen, it's called the S.S Pilgrim. I played around with ships before, but I never completed any. This is my first complete one, and I actually started it from the inside out instead of getting a look for a ship and then trying to see what I could do the inside of. So I'm fairly happy with it. Um, it's I kind of designed it as kind of more or less a star exploration ship more than a battleship. Excuse me. And so yeah, so I'll cut the talking short and I'll start showing it to you. Oops, a little too much. So, yes, this is the S.S Pilgrim, and these heavy little fighters that I made are not that agile at all. But yeah, you can see the bridge is on the front, and then it's got quite the engine housing in the rear. I'm not too happy with the front port and starboard engines at all. I'm thinking I might change those up and make them look a little more solid like these guys and just protrude them out a little bit. But yeah, other than that, I'm fairly happy with it, the way it turned out. Um, just so you guys can see, like, it's these two holes, they're torpedo pods. They just shoot the missiles, no like gravitational launched weaponry at all, because that's a little too high maintenance for me, and plus I wanted something more compact and more this isn't really a battleship, so it doesn't have high-tech weaponry on it. I did have ideas to do a battle version of this ship and call it the Crusader, which I might be doing that in a little bit. But yeah, so let's go on to the inside. So well, I'll show you these guys. Uh, I just made this very quick. It's quick and ugly, but they're surprisingly fast. They're meant to be a scouting ship, so you can see all the engines on the back. That it's really got a very fast forward speed. Like, I'm already at 50 meters per second. No problem. It has a very the side engines are more or less just for maneuvering and whatnot. There, you can't really go very fast with them at all. But yeah, it's just meant to like scout out ahead and then return back to the ship and load up. So yeah, actually I should have added like an antenna onto them and call them like bogey 1, bogey 2, and bogey 3 and bogey 4. But yeah, all right, let's get to oh shit. Wrong button. Okay, let's get to it. Ooh, that's a little banged up. And yeah, you can see here that I've got 3 more of the guys in here. So just to make it so that multiple people can go out. Also, I should note that even though this thing is a fair size, it's only actually meant to crew like eight people. Like, I think you could probably put more on if you had like shifts made. Oop, I must be too high. The only thing I'm not really happy with is this hangar, because it's a little hard to maneuver around in it. But it's not bad for actually making a first official hangar for myself. There we go. Let's lock her in, turn the key off, and get the heck out and see this ship. So yes, this is the hangar bay. So it's very small. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, it can fit 4 of these. I guess you could call them. I don't know what you could call them. I just made them up quick and dirty, and so that they could get in and out of the ship, out of the opening here. But yeah, call them fat boys because they're pretty. They're pretty big and bulky and ugly. They're not very sleek. They do have a chain gun for like point defense, but on that they're pretty much fat boys. I like that name, fat boys. Okay. So let's go to the first section after you get out of the hangar here. Is you go into a little kind of zero gravity prep area where you'd go into here, and can I see my guy? Oh no, of course not. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so aha, there we go. We win. We win. No, so I can't look at my own guy in there, so that sucks. Let me see if I can get this off now. Go through here. V. Okay. So yeah, this is kind of like the prep area for loading onto the ships. The same is for the other side. The ship's very symmetrical. The only difference being is the color. Like, this is red for starboard, and the other side's green for port. So kind of made it similar so that if, say, you're just walking in here and you're disoriented, you know, oh, this is red section, I'm on the starboard side. So yeah, okay. So this is the hangar the fuck? Oh, okay. So I guess it was just probably a glitch in there. But yeah, this is the hangar control area, and as you can see, I'm closing up the hangar bay doors. The travel on the pistons wasn't quite far enough to my liking, so I'm not quite happy with this. Like, I was hoping it would be able to cover the whole distance, but yeah. But if I go here and go open up the hangar doors, what this guy is, it's the actual refueling port for the entire ship. There's a cargo area attached, and it's fully piped up with the conveyor system, and it refuels the reactors in the rear of the ship, and yeah, that's all it pretty much does. But of course, it's sort of in the way, and it'd be hard to refuel. But so if I hit this guy, it actually sticks it out and it puts it roughly in about the center, so that like a refueling ship can use a piston to push, well, to shoot out, so that these two could touch each other, and then that it could refuel the ship into the cargo bit. So let's go into the cargo area. So this is the cargo area. It's got a large cargo space, and that's the piston. So all the stuff from there would, I think, items pass through the piston. I'm hoping anyway, or else this was a whole flawed system to begin with. But the theory is it gets refueled here, and the uranium and all the other gear like weapons, ammunition, and whatnot go to this conveyor, and the conveyor shoots it here all the way into this large cargo station here, and then you can actually access stuff. I think, I'm not too sure if this actually takes stuff and just continuously fills them up, but you can access the cargo here instead of actually going there, because I don't think, yeah, there is no other spot you can access it, and it's the same on the other side. And this goes to the reactors, and you can sort of hear them in the background. So I kind of did a double door bit here, changing it up from the single doors, because I figured, well, you don't want radiation, since these are nuclear reactors here, seeping through. So, but that was kind of pointless, because that's only that's 2.5 meters thick, the wall, so it's not a good protection. But yeah, this is the reactor room. It's kind of very tight in here, except for this bit here, but to me it just looks like more like an engine room than just plopping the reactors down wherever the heck you please. This, you can access the uranium ports here, and then this is a control panel to like access stuff, the collectors and all that lovely stuff. And then you go down here, this is a storage container for, like, I don't know, tools and whatnot for repairs. And there's another bit, and this is there's another tube here leading to conveyor, which fills up these two, so all three reactors are constantly always filled up, as long as the container has uranium. And there's just more storage containers for tools and anything else that an engine room in the star exploration phase would ever need. So let's go down this way. Double doors again. As you can see, this is the green side, so this is the port side. Almost forgot that, so I'll just quickly go through. And this is the other side of the control bay, so it does the exact same thing as that side. That does that guy, and those do that. And you can see it's a double layered blast doors that close up to protect the inside of the hangar bay. So yeah, so now the hangar bay is secured. Let's go up to the next sections. So like I said before, this is more zero-G exploration prep area for like putting on spacesuits and all that other stuff. And then this is just a door that leads to these back guys, the big fat boys. Okay. So now this is the next area. This is where we get into more crew quarters. I tried color coding the doors, so like blue is medical area, and this is where people can respawn, or if say you get like a paper cut in space or whatnot, you come down here and you can get fixed up and whatnot. Like I said, it's very symmetrical, very simple, and I tell you the truth, I kind of like it as my first ship. So up here, we kind of have a common area, or kind of like a kitchen. There's not much furniture in Space Engineers, so this is the best I could do. Like, I'd plop a table right down here, and that would be like, I don't know, an oven, and that would be the fridge, and these would all be little chairs for the crew members, for 6 of them. And I think I already said that this is actually designed for an 8-man crew, so essentially 6 could be eating breakfast or whatever, while 2 are on the bridge doing the controlling the ship, making sure that they don't run straight into an asteroid thrown by a big alien bug. So, yeah. And now this area, that was the medical bay below, and then a common area. This is the sleeping quarters of the thing. The sleeping quarters are exactly the same as, sorry, this is mirrored down below, so if I go down there, it's not going to look much different from this. But yeah, they kind of sleep here, and can I do it? There we go. So yeah, they kind of just fit in here, and nighty night. Let's see if I can get myself out of this now. Okay. Here we are. Okay. So, and yes, that goes down to the other bit. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, an 8-man crew occupies this entire ship. Now, the one thing I don't like about how this ship is the bridge is very quiet. And yeah, speaking of the bridge, I'm in the area. I'll come to the bridge in a second. I'll just go down here into the torpedo bay. There's more crates here to load, and this is the actual cargo container that loads the 2 rocket launchers that are there and there. And they're all piped up too, so all you have to do is grab spare missiles from here, put them into this, and it'll keep the rockets nice and full. So yeah, on to the bridge. This way. So yeah, I wasn't sure what this room was exactly, so I just plopped 2 crates down. I wanted the bridge to be up a little bit higher than this was, and I didn't want to make like a weird funky staircase bit, so I just made kind of this like waiting room, like say if you want to see the captain of the bridge, that you can actually, that's actually a good idea. I can plop a chair there and maybe a chair there, and like this would be a little waiting area to see the captain. I don't know. So yeah, so now on to the bridge. So this is the bridge, and as you can see, I kind of wanted the effect of like if people were coming on this ship, that they get this nice view, but then there's this pillar here. I mostly put this pillar in here for kind of like support for head-on collisions and shit like that. It makes the ship look cool on the outside, but it's semi-annoying when you come up here and it's like, bam, there's this nice view and a big ass pillar right in the way. So yeah, and I put up these guardrails so that people don't fall down there at all, because then there's really no way to get back up. But on to the rest of the bridge. So up here, so this is the actual control center of the bridge. It was kind of empty here, so I just plopped this down. I'm not sure what else I want to add to that ship that I can put this into use. I was kind of thinking about making the 4, the starboard and port engines at the 4 of the ship kind of rotate, like swivels, and then like only concentrate power on just the one side instead of making it symmetrical. That way, like this ship which you'll soon find out is a slow little beast. I could double the power outage so that it could speed up, or in the case that, like, oh shit, we're running straight into an asteroid, you hit that one, and both the engines would turn around, and then you'd have a good stopping speed as well. But right now the engines are fixed because I've actually had some bad luck with rotors where the ship would actually turn very fast, and the whatever was attached to the rotor would rip right off, and then it would go flying off. I found that out when I tried to recreate the Serenity ship, the Firefly class Serenity ship from the show you guys will probably know. But yeah, I had made that ship, and the ramp was on a rotor, and I had taken a quick little turn, and the ramp came off and slammed right into the neck and kind of dismembered the head from the whole rest of the ship. So yeah, I wasn't too much of a fan of the rotors after that. But yeah. And then back here, it's kind of like a communications relay bit. Um, with the recent update, they came out with remote control panels, which I think I might like put that here instead, and then kind of make the fat boys kind of remote controlled, so that if you're doing something dangerous that like, say, I don't know, you're dealing with a reactor that might blow up, you can control it from here instead of sending a man into that ship and getting blown up to bits, because there's only 8 of them. And the crew wouldn't probably last long if they were all just dying from explosions. So, yeah, let's fly this bad boy.